Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God. Sorry about that, Mike. I lost connection. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here this evening for the Paterson Zoning Board of Adjustment regular meeting dated Thursday, June 17, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. being conducted via webinar session. Notice pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act addressing effective coronavirus measures on the next public meeting, consistent with the coronavirus-related restrictions of Executive Order Number 107, given on Saturday, March 21st, 2020 by Governor Philip D. Murphy. The Board of Adjustment of the City of Paterson will not conduct in-person participation of the public at all future meetings until further notice. However, public participation will be available by means of communication equipment pursuant to NJSA 10:4. So now on Wednesday, April 23rd, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Please mute your mics. Though there may be potentially practical need for a limited number of administrative, technical, other city personnel to be present in or near the council chambers, 3rd floor City Hall, 155 Mark Street, Paterson, New Jersey, in-person participation of the public is prohibited. Nevertheless, for reasons of compliance with State Executive Order Number 107, public participation will be available by calling 1, area code 973-321-1579 and enter meeting ID number 711-680-0071 with regard to the Board of Adjustment regular meeting of Thursday, June 17, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. The public may also participate in the meeting by accessing the website of the City of Paterson, www.patersonnj.gov. Right. At this time, we're going to do the roll call. Chairman Paxton. Present. Vice Chairman Dumas. Not present. Commissioner Furman.
Present.
Commissioner Hodges.
Present.
Commissioner Levine.
Here.
Commissioner Minato. Not present. Commissioner Roheen.
Present.
Commissioner Watkins.
Present.
Commissioner Torres Arins. Not present. I'm going to call the agenda. First matter on the agenda is 425 Crooks Avenue LLC for property located at 425 Crooks Avenue, block 7706, lot 10. This matter is carried from the May 27, 2021 meeting. Is the applicant present?
Good evening, Alan Maricondo on behalf of the applicant. Councilor, this is a matter, I believe that the board secretary had relisted just for calendaring purposes. You may recall this is a case where there has been extensive testimony, but there's a great deal of testimony to go with objectors counsel. And this is one we were trying to structure, hopefully get back on when we were back in person. But I know Mr. Kins is handling the matter from my office primarily. Mr. Stein represents the objectors, and both counsel were hoping that this matter could be carried till September, and with the hope that we might be live again.
Is Mr. Simon on this evening?
I don't believe so.
We'll come back to this in a moment.
Okay.
Next matter on the agenda is Velez Auto Repair LLC for property located at 546 East 19th Street, block 3401, lot 5. Also carried from the May 27, 2021 meeting. Is the applicant present?
President, is Alan Maricondo on behalf of the applicant. Councilor, this is a matter where there has been testimony from Mr. Evans. There's additional follow-up testimony needed from the applicant, and probably a little bit of testimony from Mr. Evans. My other thought would be, I'm not sure how many commissioners heard the earlier part of this case.
We'll address that in a moment as well.
Okay.
Last matter on the agenda is Cardenas and Morales Investment LLC, also carried from May 27, 2021 for 289 East 30th Street, Block 8503, Lot 36. Is the applicant present?
Applicant present, that matter is ready to proceed, council.
So, let's talk about 425 Crooks Avenue for a moment.
Mhm.
Problem is, I don't have a date right now to give you in September.
Right.
The problem is, we don't have the objector's attorney on to make sure any dates would be available. My thought is, if carried without a date, but they'll be required to notice again.
Right. I was hopeful we could possibly list it for the first meeting in September with the expectation there might be availability, and we could follow up later on if it's not possible.
Don't have a date to give you.
Yeah, Marco, I did speak to Maggie earlier. I think September is filled up. I'm not 100% sure, so just
Okay.
be careful on the date.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to give you a September date.
Okay.
If they were just have to carry it without a date, and you're just gonna be required to renotice.
Very
Well,
well.
the other issue is, because of the amount of objectors, the fact that there's other counsel involved, I think we're gonna have to mutually agree on a date.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then when we're live, it's gonna be pretty much like a date certain,
Very well.
right? And I apologize to the applicant for the requirement for renotice, but I don't think it's avoidable under these circumstances.
Totally understood. Totally understood.
Eso voy allá.
What I'd like you to do, Mr. Maraconda,
Yep.
is in the next, couple weeks, get some dates that work from the objector's attorney and get in touch with me so we can try and work on getting you a date.
I will do that.
Now let's talk about the Velez Auto Repair.
Sure.
When was the testimony heard on this one?
Okay, let's see if I can determine it. It was quite some time ago now. Let me just see if I can pull it.
Well, you know what, that's fine, so, let's do this.
Let me see if Mr. Evans has any record of the last hearing where there was testimony. I don't know if it's on his system or not. It was last carried to May 13th, but that agenda was carried for sure. So I really can't pinpoint that date, unfortunately. Mr. Evans, would you have any idea when that testimony was served, or no? Velez Auto? We may be able to check, and maybe the commissioners may recall also. We're looking on our calendar now.
But we'll go back to that in a second to determine the date. We have 6 commissioners.
Oh, in any event, yeah, that is a huge variance, so we would definitely look for 7 in that case.
Alright, so then why don't we just carry it?
Yes. So, we definitely would carry this matter.
Mr. Maraconda, I'm not sure because my report goes back originally to 2019 and then I had it revised in February of 2020.
Right.
So I'm not sure, we might have some new commissioners too. So, yeah, either you're gonna need, some tapes or you might wanna start fresh. I don't know how you wanna handle that, but
Yeah.
it's old and I sort of don't even remember it. I have to go through it, look at the plans during testimony because it is over a year.
I agree,
So,
I think we start fresh on the adjourn date, I agree.
Yeah, so, I'll leave that up to you, but, if you're gonna continue, you're gonna need some tapes and, for the commissioners that came on after, I guess, after February of 2020, I'm
We
assuming.
definitely would agree to carry it, whatever the board deems appropriate.
Al, we're gonna, give me one moment. We're gonna go off the record for one moment. Mr. Paparosi, please answer your phone.
Okay.
Mute your mic. Give me one moment.
It's July 8th, Paul.
July 8th at 7:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Mariconda, here's what I think we need to do with this application. Because I don't know what date I can give you in September. And I don't want to put the burden of renoticing on you. In addition, I'm not looking to start this anew if we don't have to. We're gonna carry this to July 8th, 7:30 to the reorg meeting for calendar purposes only.
Yeah,
Then, at that time, we'll have a better understanding of what commissioners heard the matter, what commissioners are still here,
right.
and if it makes sense to just simply order transcripts of the prior hearing, and then hopefully we could schedule it for a date in September or early October.
Fair
That
enough.
make sense?
Fair enough, yes.
Alright, so, to the members of the public, this application for Velez Auto Repair LLC, 546 East 19th Street, Block 3401, Lot 5, is going to be adjourned to July 8th at 7:30 p.m. You will not receive notice in the mail of the new date because that is the date. This is your notice of that date. Alright? Thank you. Alright. Now, Mr. Mariconda, on the third matter,
Yeah,
We have a seventh commissioner, Marco, Commissioner Manaro is on the screen.
okay, well, I'm gonna mark her present. Does that, I guess that might change your position on the Velez Auto Repair as well.
you know what, Council, I think we probably would be okay with letting it be recalendar, because we're not sure who heard this case, and I think it's advisable that we get that room to work that out.
That's fine. So again, to the members of the public, Velez Auto Repair, 546 East 19th Street is adjourned till July 8th at 7:30 p.m. Alright, now with regard to the third matter, you ready to proceed?
We are, yes.
Chairman, can he start?
He can go ahead.
We thank you very much. Good evening, Al Americano, 726 Market Street, Paterson, on behalf of the applicant. Subject property is 289 East 30th Street. As per the application documents, letter of denial, and Mr. Paparazzi's report, this is an application we're only seeking site plan and bulk variance approvals. This is a permitted use in the R2 hospital zone area, which I know the commissioners are very familiar with, nearby the old Bard Hospital facility. Mr. Evans will be testifying as our architect planner, and Mr. Hector Duran, one of the principals, will be our witness on behalf of the applicant. It's a pretty straightforward application. We will be discussing, of course, Mr. Paparazzi's comments as well, in order to try to make this application conform to any issues that might be present this evening. Mr. Duran is an experienced Paterson real estate developer and builder, and this is an opportunity to take a parcel that's vacant and develop it for needed new housing. That being said, I'll call Mr. Evans as our first witness.
You swear affirm testimony about to give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
State your full name for the record, please.
Matthew Evans, architect planner, 470 Chamberlain Ave, Paterson, New Jersey.
Mr. Chairman, we accept Mr. Evans as an expert?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Evans, you had an opportunity to prepare this site plan, is that right? And could you give us an overview of the existing conditions and what the applicant proposes to do?
Okay, I can share this file. Let me just see. 1 second. Okay. So we have the 2-sheet submission, and the date is 11/2019 is the revised date for the proposed 2-family house. The property is located at 289 East 30th Street, and the property where 5,000 square feet is the minimum required. We have an existing non-conforming lot, which is 4,087 square feet. And we're proposing to put a 2-family house on that property. Let me get these. So we're 485 feet off of Broadway on East 30th Street. The house is 30 feet in width, and we have a 2-car garage, asphalt driveway in the front, and then we have stairs entering out, exterior stairs that enter 2 separate doors for the for each unit. I'll go to the floor plan.
Before you discuss the floor plan, could I ask you on your first page, we have open space in the rear?
Yes, so in the back, we have a nice setback radius. We have 33 feet where 20 is required, I believe. Let me see, it's even 25. 20, we have 13 feet in excess. So we have 13 by 40, almost 41.
That's the space that the tenants can enjoy.
Yes, so and that's all going to be, it's pavement now, but it's all going to be removed, and that will be all grass, landscaped area in the back for the tenants.
Very good.
So going to the floor plans, this is a house that's used in similar circumstances with these type of lots under 50 feet and usually over 45 feet. So as you see the front elevation, we have this 2 separate garage doors. We have our stair going to the units above, and we have a double gable roof with different siding materials and shingle. Going to the floor plan, we have
Right now, it's only word.
all right, so we have the storage area in the back, and then we have a bathroom and a mechanical room, and then we have 2-car garage, which is separated by a wall, and we have a door going into that storage area, along with the stairs coming up to the first floor unit. The first floor unit As you see on the second floor plan, Unit A, the second floor, that floor plan itself is 1,431 square feet. The area down below is 926 square feet, which connects directly to Unit A. So that gives you a total living square footage of 2,357 square feet for the unit. We have the two doors, as I mentioned, in the front, and then we have the main open living kitchen dining room space. So that would be what we're looking at for that. Then we have a shared bathroom. We have three large bedrooms, So we have that, and then we have a large walk-in closet and a master bath, and we have laundry facilities on that floor. Going to the third floor, it's a similar type of unit. It's 1,539 square feet, and we have the same layout with the exception of the access to a lower level. The other difference, we have alternate design with tray ceilings in the master bedroom and tray ceiling in the living room with open stair coming into the living space. We also have mechanicals and separate mechanical room and laundry facilities for that unit. So that's basically the extent of what we're proposing.
Would that complete your architectural testimony?
Yeah.
Did you reference the basement area at all, or the attic area? Okay. And you have a concept on the attic, did you explain how the attic is designed?
No, I didn't go through the attic yet, but there was, in Mr. Paparazzi's report, he needed some clarification on the attic. What I could do is I could show you a similar project where we amended our plan to show the attic. Now, the attic is basically going to have a hatch. You have a scuttle that gives you access to a mechanical unit in the attic for the upper floor unit. And it's about 80, the plywood area that would be the walking surface is shown. Can you see that?
Is that visible?
Mr. Evans, you do show the access on the proposed third floor on sheet A1. You do show your attic access. I just want to know what's up there because we don't have a plan. It's just going to be mechanicals and storage. It's not going to be finished. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's going to be a few sheets of plywood, a mechanical unit, and maybe a light just to operate, to repair it or maintain that unit. It's not going to have any ability for any occupancy.
Okay.
It's unfinished.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, then with respect to the lower level of the design, did you discuss that at all yet, or no?
Well, I said it's storage in the back, and then we have a mechanical for that unit, and then we have a full bath adjacent to that unit.
And would that be accessible from the primary residential unit, or?
Yeah, so the owner possibly would have that unit that has one of the garage doors that opens into there. Then you have also access to the side yard, and then to the back, and then also the steps coming up to the living room.
Okay, so you feel that that's functional with respect to the usage of the main unit? That functions well?
Yeah, it functions very well. It's an additional bathroom for the large unit. Because the apartment basically net area is 2,357 square feet. So to have 3 bathrooms, I think would be an amenity.
Okay, and with respect to the access to that area, is there any way that we could ensure that there's no concerns about additional residential units there?
I guess we could remove the side door, which would be a condition that would, you'd only have direct access through the living room.
Okay. All right, will that conclude your testimony from an architectural point of view, or?
Yes.
And just briefly from a planning perspective, you believe that the bulk variances that are required do not create any negative impact upon the surrounding property owners?
Yeah, so what we tried to do is create two-family house with an undersized lot that limited the amount of variances we would seek. So, as I mentioned before, we have a nice large rear yard, which is an amenity to the property, and we're looking for existing lot area, we're looking for lot width, and that's a pre-existing non-conforming condition. The minimum front yard setback we're looking for where 20 is required and 12 is proposed. So you can see on the site plan, the adjacent dwelling is, they're all pretty much in keeping with that streetscape and that setback from East 30th Street. So I don't think it would detract or have a negative impact on the neighborhood or the surrounding houses. The minimum side setback is 14, and we're at 11.1, so we're 2.9 feet shy of the total side setback equation. So the parking spaces, the 3-bedroom, we require 2 spaces. It's 2, 4. We have 4 spaces, and we have 2-car garage.
Okay, so that would essentially cover our variance request.
Yes.
And in terms of the surrounding area, does this design conform generally with the streetscape and surrounding two families?
Yes, it's consistent. You can look at the tax map. There's all these on East 30th, East 31st Street, near the hospital. They are all pretty much undersized lots, and they have been developed consistent with what we are proposing.
So most of the lots in this, on both sides of East 30th and East 31st are very similar to ours.
Yes.
Okay. And that's all I have at this time, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Evans.
Gary,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes. Okay.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, I said. Mr. Evans, we'll start with some housekeeping. You're proposing a 12-foot setback, is that not correct?
Yes.
And the house is 50 feet, is that not correct?
The house is, you're saying 50 feet deep, right?
Yeah, 50 feet long in length, yes. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then your rear setback would be 38, not 33. And your math was just wrong on that. So that would have to be corrected. Now, your side setback, you have 4.02, and you have a 30-foot house. If you subtract that from 4087 from the survey, that gives you 685, not 690. Okay, so that is another change that you need to make. Yeah. The minimum lot area and the minimum lot width are pre-existing. So, those are not newly created variances. You can't, by code, you can't even build a one-family there, but so they're pre-existing, and I would not consider those new variances.
Right.
Okay, now, let's start with the basement plan. You have, you made testimony to the basement, which is the garage floor, not the basement, the ground floor, I'm sorry, I should call it the ground floor. Mr. Mariconda, it's been the board policy that, those full bathrooms, are being discouraged, not only because it's a full bathroom, but it has a separate entrance.
Right.
Now, I know Mr. Evans talked about it, but there was nothing definitive, and I would think that something should be on the record, and then with those revisions, if the plan should be approved, that revision should be made. So I'd like to know, while I have, that on the, as the issue.
Right.
I would have to say that door would have to be gone, or the make it a powder room, you know, and, to ensure, a third family.
We have no problem with that at all whatsoever with that amendment.
Well, okay, so which would it be, Mr. Maricon, both, one?
We would definitely go with the powder room.
Okay, okay. So that, Mr. Evans, that would also be a condition if the plan is approved. Now, I have only, three variances, Mr. Evans. I have the minimum front setback, which 20 is required and 12 is proposed. I have, minimum side setback for both, so, that's where your zoning chart will change. 14 is required and 1087 is proposed. You have 11.1. So 11.1 would be 1087 because your one side is gonna change as well. And, the last variance would be 4 spaces are required and 2 are being proposed.
We agree.
Now, just a question, on the parking. You're proposing, maybe this is for the, owner, Mr. Maricon, you let me know.
Sure.
You're proposing a garage with a partition. So is it 1 space per unit, or, both spaces are going to 1 unit? And, the only reason I'm asking is, if you're lucky enough to get a tenant with just 1 automobile, at least, you know, the automobile is off the street. So, I'm asking only for that reason, if it's, 1 per each unit, or it's just it's gonna be 2 car variants anyway.
Correct.
But, if it was 1 per unit, it would be in a better application.
We definitely agree. I'm gonna have Mr. Duran confirm that.
Okay. All right, and that's all I have, Mr. Chairman, for Ms. Evans then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any commissioners have questions for the architect? Seeing none, Mr. O'Rourke, could you open it up to the public, please?
Yes, Chairman. To the members of the public, if you have questions of the architect with regard to his testimony that he just gave, please call 973-321-1579 and enter meeting ID number 711-680-0071. Once again, if you have questions of this witness pertaining to his testimony, please call 973-321-1579 and enter meeting ID number when prompted to 711-680-0071. Let's give it a moment and see if anybody calls. We have no callers. Mr. Maricon, do you have any other witnesses?
Yes, we'll be calling Mr. Duran, the principal of the applicant.
Mr. Duran, please raise your right hand. You swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
You're muted. We're having trouble hearing the applicant.
Sir, it keeps seeing the mute button go on.
Okay.
Vice Green.
It's muted, okay? You're calling or?
Marco, is it still the mute button, or can the IT guy override that?
I don't know, I'll check it right now.
Victor, do you have your microphone on?
He's not muted, I'm looking at his name, it's not that, there must be an issue with his microphone. Do you have another device you can use?
Your phone?
If he's on a computer, maybe it's off internally in the
Try
program.
to log out and log back in, sir.
I apologize for the board.
Log out, log back in, sir.
Hello?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about
Raise
that.
your right hand. Do you swear affirm testimony about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State your full name for the record, sir.
Hector Duran?
Okay, Mr. Duran, you're the principal owner of the applicant tonight, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and as such, you're fully familiar with the project, and you heard all the testimony by Mr. Evans on your behalf and my comments?
Yes.
Okay, and also you heard the staff comments as well by Mr. Paparazzi?
Yes.
Okay, and you're in full agreement with our testimony, and also the amendment to create a powder room in the basement, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. In all other respects, you agree with this application, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, you are an experienced developer in the city of Paterson, is that right?
Yes.
You own and manage several properties?
Yeah.
Okay, and this would be, hopefully, this will be a rental unit, so 2 rental units?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Paparazzi asked a question about the garage division. Can we provide it so that each tenant would have one space?
Yes. It's better like that. Each time in one space.
Okay, very good. All right, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Paparazzi, this time.
Gary,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm glad, Mr. Duran, you put on the record about the tub/shower in the basement and the garages. Usually our secretary, verifies the taxes and sewer, Mr. Mariconda. The application says they were paid. Was there any verification? Okay.
I submitted them to Ms. Vega's, email some time ago, so I can follow up in the morning if you would, so, I can send another copy.
Yeah, what we'll do is if there is an approval, we'll just make it a condition that that's been verified before we adopt the resolution.
Sure, no problem, it definitely is.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman, for, Mr. Duran.
any commissioners?
Yes, hi. Good evening, Mr. Chairman. This is Commissioner Thurman. I do have a couple of questions for Mr. Duran.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Mr. Duran.
Good evening.
So for what I understand, you own more properties here in Paterson, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you reside in Paterson? Do you live in Paterson?
Yes.
Are you planning to occupy this new property?
No, because I have my house. The house I live in is 114 East 30th Street in Paterson,
Very good.
a house.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other commissioner? Okay, Mr. LaRocca, open it up to the public, please.
Yes, to the members of the public, again, if you have questions of this witness or if you have any comments with regard to the application, please call 973-321-1579 and enter meeting ID number 711-680-0071. Let's give it a moment and see if anybody calls. All right, there's no callers. You don't have any other witnesses, is that correct, Mr. Maricondo?
That is correct. That will conclude our testimony.
You want to sum up?
Yes, thank you. Just briefly, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, thank you for hearing us. This is an application where we're seeking just site plan and a limited number of bulk variances. I believe the dialogue with your planner and testimony of Mr. Evans fully covers those issues. The applicant has a history of providing quality housing. Paterson resident has indicated this will be a design that fits and conforms to the hospital redevelopment zone from family concept and actually fits within the streetscape of this particular street as well. I think it's a win-win situation for this proposal. We ask the board's consideration for a motion for approval.
Harry?
Thank you, Chairman. Commissioners, the lot is a vacant lot, and the master plan calls for the development of these vacant lots. This lot happens to be over 4,000 square feet, and quite frankly, there are 3 variances, and 2 are minimal. And the parking variance is only 2 spaces, but the positive aspect of that is at least each unit gets 1 space. In this case, I think the positive criteria outweighs the negative criteria in as much as Mr. Duran is following the path of the master plan and developing the undeveloped lots, and the house is not what we would consider overbearing for the neighborhood. So if the commissioners vote to approve the application, it should be subject to the 2 changes for Mr. Evans. One would be the powder room. There are several things that we went over on the zoning chart, and his numbers on the proposed building, the side offset and the rear offset have to be changed. Thank you, the Chairman and Commissioners.
And can I get a motion, please?
This is Jonathan Hodges. I'll go ahead and submit a motion to have this passed, and with the stated changes, the powder room and the changes in the to the plans.
Do I have a
Second.
Good evening. This is Commissioner Furman. Under the condition made by our planner, I second for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Hodges and second by Commissioner Furman.
I'll hold on.
Please call the roll, please.
Yeah, can all the commissioners please put on their cameras? Commissioner Levine. With regard to the motion.
Yes. Yes.
Commissioner Watkins. Your vote, Commissioner Watkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges?
Yes.
Commissioner Lohine?
Yes.
Marco, we're losing we can't hear you, Marco.
Commissioner Manalo?
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Furman?
Yes.
Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
The application is approved 7-0.
We thank you very much for your consideration.
Commissioners, we have minutes to adopt. We have minutes from the March 11th, 2021 regular meeting, the March 25th, 2021 regular meeting, and a special meeting on March 29th, 2021. Will someone make a motion to adopt the minutes?
So moved.
Rogers?
Second.
Who made the second?
Commissioner Furman, second.
Thank you. Commissioner Levine on the minutes? Commissioner Watkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges?
Yes.
Commissioner Rahim?
Yes.
Commissioner Furman?
Yes.
Howell? And Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
Okay, we also have resolutions to be adopted. The first one was resolution which was scheduled in April, for April 29th, but due to the meeting being canceled, it was not adopted. That resolution is for application made by Ibrahim for property located at 187, 189 Paterson Avenue, also known as Block 1308, Lot 7, City of Paterson, located in the R2 zone. It's an application to subdivide into 2 lots. The application was originally heard on January 28, 2021. After testimony, there was a motion to, please mute your mic unless you're speaking, a motion to approve the application, which had 7 votes in favor, 0 against. And the commissioners who voted in favor, Commissioner Furman, Hodges, Levine, Minato, Watkins, Dumas, Paxton. Will somebody please move this resolution?
So moved.
Right, moved by, who's the second?
Commissioner Furman?
Thank you, Commissioner. All right, I'm gonna pull the board. As to this resolution, Commissioner Hodges,
Yes.
Commissioner Furman,
Yes.
Commissioner Levine,
Yes.
Watkins,
Yes.
Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
Next resolution is for Jocelyn Myers, for property located at 27 18th Avenue, also known as Block 3918, Lot 16, in the R2 zone. This application to construct a 2-car driveway in the front yard setback from the existing 2-family house. Application was heard on March 11, 2021. At the conclusion of the application, there's a motion to approve it. It's got 7 votes in favor, 0 against. Commissioners who voted in favor, Commissioner Dumas, Commissioner Furman, Commissioner Hodges, Commissioner Levine, Commissioner Rahim, Commissioner Watkins, and Chairman Paxton. Can someone please move this resolution?
Move.
Who was that?
Second.
Who moved that? I didn't catch it.
Commissioner Rahim.
Okay, who seconded?
Commissioner Furman?
Thank you, Commissioner. All right, I'm gonna pull the board. Commissioner Furman,
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges,
Yes.
Commissioner Levine,
Yes.
Rahim,
Yes.
Commissioner Watkins,
Yes.
Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
Next resolution is for property located, as for applicant 275-277 18th Avenue LLC, for property located 275-277 18th Avenue, also known as Block 863, Lot 10, in the R2 zone. The application constructed 3.5-story 2-family dwelling on a vacant corner lot. Application was heard on March 25th, 2021. At the conclusion of the application, there was a motion made by Chairman Paxton to approve the matter. Commissioner Watkins seconded. The vote was 7 in favor, 0 against. Commissioner Dumas, Commissioner Furman, Commissioner Hodges, Commissioner Ryan, Commissioner O'Hean, Commissioner Watkins, and Chairman Paxton all voted in favor. Will someone move this resolution?
So moved.
Commissioner Hodges, do we have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Furman?
Thank you, Commissioner. We're gonna poll the board. Commissioner Hodges,
Yes.
Commissioner Furman,
Yes.
Commissioner Levine,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Hean,
Yes.
Commissioner Watkins,
Yes.
and Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
And the last resolution for approval is for Paragon New Jersey Properties LLC, the property located at 46 Highland Street, also known as Block 2912, Lot 27, and there are 2 zoning applications.
Marco, you were muted again. Couldn't hear you.
How far did I get?
You started the application.
The next one is for Paragon New Jersey Properties LLC for property located at 46 Highland Street, Block 2912, Lot 27, in the R2 zone. Application constructed 3-story, 2-family dwelling on a vacant undersized lot. Application was heard on March 25th, 2021. At the conclusion of the application, there was a motion by Commissioner Furman to approve, which was seconded by Chairman Paxton. Matter had 7 votes in favor, 0 against. Commissioner Dumas, Commissioner Furman, Commissioner Hodges, Commissioner Levine, Commissioner O'Hean, Commissioner Watkins, and Chairman Paxton all voted in favor of this resolution.
So moved.
Commissioner Hodges, do we have a second?
Commissioner Furman, second?
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna pull the board. Commissioner Furman,
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges,
Yes.
Commissioner Levine,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Hean,
Yes.
Commissioner Watkins,
Yes.
and Chairman Paxton.
Yes.
Unless the chairman has any other business, I have nothing else.
No, that's it.
We have a meeting, next Thursday, the 24th, and then we have, 2 specials on Monday and Tuesday, 28th and 29th. Those reports will be going out, they're gonna be completed this weekend. Hopefully, they are complete and we could hear those too. But, we do have, the meeting on Thursday, this Thursday, 24th, and then again, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, commissioners?
I'm fishing with the bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No other business planning this board. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Okay, good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, you too.
Wow.
Father's Day.